Hi everyone, Vincent Nguyen here for Slash Gear, and I'm back with a better idea of how the Motorola RAZR performs, how it feels in your hand, the call quality, the picture quality, the video quality, the display, the thickness, and whatnot. So with that, I kind of want to give you an idea of my initial impression of the device itself. There's no doubt in my mind that this is one of the best display on the market today, next to the iPhone 4S's Retina display. It has a Super AMOLED advanced display with a pixel density of 960 by 540. The black is black, white is white, unlike the Galaxy S2 has a Super AMOLED Plus display. I mean, by all means, that is a very good display, but next to the Super AMOLED Plus Advanced, it just doesn't compare. Motorola added a Gorilla Glass, so it's basically scratch proof, but it's not shatterproof, so don't drop your phone. Viewing angle is great, watching video is great, surfing the web looks great, looking at pictures looks really great. Here are some pictures I've taken of my dog Taz while he's asleep with the 8 megapixel camera on the back here, and it also shoots 1080p video, LED flash. Camera quality isn't the best, but it isn't the worst, so it's acceptable. There's a front-facing camera that is 1.3 megapixel, and it does shoot 720 video, and in that case you look much better when you're video conferencing with your wife or children or friends and whatnot. Performance wise, it has a TI dual core processor, 1.2 gigahertz. I haven't experienced any hiccups or whatsoever. Everything just performs as expected. Pinch, zoom, everything just works as expected. So once you get to a dual core level processor at say 1.2 gigahertz, you shouldn't really experience a lot of lag time, loading up apps, panning through pages and whatnot. Even if let's say you want to move a widget around, in this case everything just works smoothly. So what about the device itself? How does it feel in your hand? I love the fact that it's 7.1 millimeter thin, but what I am not really crazy about is the fact that it's really wide. It's almost as wide, or actually wider, than the Galaxy S2 Skyrocket on AT&T, sporting a 4.5 inch Super AMOLED Plus display. So what Motorola did in order to get the thinness is basically they expanded the entire device horizontally and vertically. So in a sense, it's a couple millimeters taller or longer than this 4.5 inch GS2. And it's the same width in terms of dimensions. So with that, you've got a 4.3 inch display without actually have the same width as a 4.5 inch device, minus the benefit of a larger display. You know, it's up to you in terms of whether that's going to be a discomfort for you or not. For me, it is. I mean, after a prolonged use of say 10-15 minutes trying to read a book, it does get somewhat tiring holding a device this thick, or I'm sorry, this wide. So what about battery life? I've ran a few real life use case in terms of just chatting, watching videos and whatnot on cellular data network versus Wi-Fi only. So far I'm not impressed with the battery life, but I'm going to need some more time with it. As of right now, I'm not confident that the battery life will get me through an entire day. So let me just give you a quick example here. This has been on or fully charged since, let's see here, 3 hours ago, and with minimal usage it's already down to 60%. Now keep in mind that there's a smart action, or there are smart actions that you can set to prolong your battery life. In this case, I have, when I'm home, when I'm connected to a Wi-Fi connection, disable cellular data. So that means that it's not going out trying to get a connection to the nearest tower or whatnot. Turn off GPS. So I'm strictly on Wi-Fi. So in that case, I should have a really good connection to my Wi-Fi. As a result, I should have better battery life, right? That's to be determined, because based on what I'm seeing in the last 3.5 hours, so I've already burned 40% of my battery life with minimal usage. Hard to say how that's going to last in a real life situation when I'm out and about, you know, trying to use the device. So the other smart action I have set up is max battery life. So when the display is off and the device is not in motion for 2 minutes, what that'll do is it will turn off background sync and cellular data and Wi-Fi if it's on. And if it's not, the other trigger is if it's not charging. So when it's sitting on my desk, just like so, in theory, nothing should be happening. I'm not getting messages in, I'm not getting email pushed through, GroupMe doesn't give me notification of messages or whatnot. So as soon as I either move it or turn it on, it wakes the device up. That's supposed to save battery life, right? Not so sure. Like I said, I haven't really used it in the last couple hours, but yet it's still draining like I am. As you can see, a gradual slope here. Screen on, very little. So I've got a call into Motorola. We're going to work that out. As of right now, I don't have a warm and fuzzy feeling on the battery life so far in my extremely limited test of just being on Wi-Fi. Okay? Other things you can do in terms of hiding apps if you wanted to uninstall. Basically, your typical 2.3.5 gingerbread Android operating system. So make sure to check back on /gear for my full review of the Motorola RAZR. Thanks for taking the time to watch this extremely long video of my initial impression of the Motorola RAZR on Verizon.